Hello, Beez Bladers and newcomers to the channel. If you just found Beez Blades and you like weekly knife content, then you have found the channel to add to your list. Make sure to please follow me on Instagram at Beez Blades, and you can also support the channel and help with giveaways and shipping costs by joining me on Patreon. I'll put the links in the description. Once we have more patrons, there will also be exclusive content and giveaways, so go check that out. I am super excited to share this knife with you guys. I was fortunate enough to attend Blade Show 2021, and that was the only place you could get one of these bad boys besides the secondary market. Here's your box, in case you wanted to see it. It's a pretty nice box. The AD-20.5. All right. Super excited. Yeah. Now, I did get this knife out at the show and play with it a little bit. I wore it for a little bit, but then I put it back in the box before I left to save it for this video. So this is my second unboxing, but it'll still give you guys and gals an idea of what you will experience if you choose to pull the pin and get one for yourself. So here's the case that it comes in, and I've already got something on it. See? That's what happens. There's your case. This is Velcro. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get in here. And I completely forgot. Well, I'll show you here this first. Here's, you get a nice cleaning cloth. It is white, so it's going to show when you get something on it, that's for sure. You'll know when it's dirty and ready to be cleaned. And here is what we're looking for. Yeah. There is something else in here. Let's check this out. Look at here. Okay, so that's everything you get in the case, and this is a pretty nice case. But you get an extra pocket clip. That way, if you want to carry it on the left side, you can do so. Because of the curvature of the knife, they have a slightly separate curvature, so you're going to have one for both sides. So that's nice. That's very, very nice. So this knife, we'll get it out and take a look. I'll get up and close here in just a minute. But this is the Sharpening blade. I mean, it's really kind of a modified Sheepsfoot, but hey, Andrew Demko invented it. He can call whatever he wants. That's totally cool with me, right? So it has the Shark lock, which is a brand new lock. It was invented by Andrew Demko. He also invented the Triad lock, which is what you get in a lot of the cold steel knives. If you guys want, you can go check out my cold steel code 4 video. That gives you an idea of the lock. But it's a very strong locking mechanism, super strong. It's in both of the. I have both of the tough lights. It is a very strong locking mechanism. Now, Demko claims that the Shark lock might even be stronger than the Triad. I think the jury's still out on that, but any way you look at it, it's going to be super strong. The fin right here, the Shark lock mechanism is situated on the spine of the knife. And this ramp-like fin is how you operate it. Now, depending on when you're watching this, they're sold out everywhere, but don't worry. I spoke with Matt at Demko, and he said these bad boys will be available again, and he couldn't give me a date, but pretty much we're looking at August 2021, so that's very soon. That's not that far away from the posting of this video. So they'll be here before you know it. And by August, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and get the clip point to add to my collection. Now, this is actually, believe it or not, the budget version of the Demko MG8020 that has the 20 CV or the CPM 3V steel blade, and those run from like $325 on up, depending on the options. Those are sold out too, and they're way out of my price range. Now this version, and this knife here, goes for $150, which is what I got it for. And I feel that price range allows a lot more folks to have access to a quality knife without, having to make payments on a knife, right? I will, of course, put links in the description where this knife will be available once the shipment comes out. So let's take a closer look. We'll run through the specs, fit, finish, ergos, and the close-ups, okay? Let's see what she weighs. And then we'll get into all the good stuff. 3.5 ounces, 3.52. And I'll list through the specs, and if something is different than what is listed after I check, after the video, which I always do. I will put a correction up here for you. So your overall length is 7.375 inches, so it's less than 8 inches. Your blade length is 3 inches long. Your cutting edge is 2.75 inches. Get in here so you can get a good look. There you go. Your blade width is 1.125 inches. Your blade stock thickness, same thing, is 0.125. Your blade material is AUS 10A, so it's not the high-end steel, but I will take it any day. AUS 10A is great. No problem there. Again, you've got the Sharpefoot design. That's what he calls it. It's pretty much a modified Sheepsfoot, but same thing. You got a flat grind with a pretty nice looking Stonewash. And your handle is 4.5 inches. Your handle width is 1 inch, and your handle thickness is 0.4 inches. Now this material is GRIVORY, which is pretty much like FRN, which is a fiberglass reinforced nylon. It's a fancy word for plastic as far as I'm concerned. But you have stainless steel liners, and as you can see, you can't see them. They're inset, which is very nice, very, very nice. And the pocket clip is tip up, right and left side, which is completely awesome. There's all kinds of lefty love there. So that pretty much means this is a completely ambidextrous knife. You don't get that a whole lot. So all you lefties out there, lots of love for you guys. Your opener is a thumb hole and a thumb stud, which we'll get into in just a second. Your pivot, obviously, well, not obviously, but your pivot does have ball bearings, and this is a shark lock. This was manufactured in Taiwan. If you're still watching, please support Beez Blades by giving this video a thumbs up. Smash the subscribe button, hit that bell button, and select all so you get notified throughout the week when new content's posted, okay? Just say from hearing it over and over again, I only ask once per video, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So we'll do it up and close here for you guys. If you want to do a screenshot, now's your chance. Here's this side. And here's this side, upside down, and right side up. And here is your open. Boy, that is a nice looking knife, isn't it? Here's this side. All right, so how does everything fit? Man, there is no blade play, no lock rock. Let's check our blade centering. Look at that, it is dead on. And man, something else, look at the tolerances. There is not much room on the right or the left side for error. And this thing is just dead center right in the middle. That is giving you an idea of what you would be getting if you paid for the big bucks, for the big boy, for the AD-20. That is pretty good. Let's look at our finish. That finish is really nice. That's a really nice Stonewash. That is really nice. So here's your blade markings. You got your AUS 10A, made in Taiwan. Here is a good look at your thumb studs. I like to give you guys nice close-ups, as you know. Sometimes you don't always get that. And that's Demko, Andrew Demko. And then on your pivot, you do have some marking. You got Demko Knives on this side. And then right here, you have the AD-20.5. And then on this side, we have Wampum, PA. Wampum, Pennsylvania, I'm guessing. Now let's see what I haven't got to really get a good look. Okay, so your stop pin is going to be super strong. It's going straight through up here. And has a nice solid lockup. Holy cow, a sharpening choil. What? It's hard to get a sharpening choil. I mean, wow, that's pretty nice. You have a really steep angle on your, I forget what it's called now. It'll come to me. But man, that is awesome having a place there. That choil gives you a chance to sharpen it before getting all the way up to the, whatever you call it. I've already forgot. Plunge grind. I knew it would come to me. Jeez. So your deployment options, let's back out here and I'll show you guys your deployment options. So not too bad. And look at the close on this. Look at that. It shuts really smoothly. You can use your thumb. Let's see if I can do a reverse flick. I think you have to give it just a little bit with your thumb on the. That's on the thumb studs. Now here's using the thumb hole or the finger hole. Not too bad. And I can only imagine this is even going to get smoother. But you can open it like this if you want. And if you pull this up, let's see. It's going to shut. Of course, I don't have a very good angle for you guys, but look at that. So it pretty much, once you get down to this point here, once you get down to here, it grabs and slides it right in, holds it right there in there for you. So right there is the spot. So, you know, actually this might be one of those ones where you better make sure you keep your fingers out of the way, because if you keep your knife as sharp as I like mine, that might bite you. But look at that. Talk about one-handed deployment and your fingers never in the way. Gosh, I'm going to drive my wife absolutely bonkers with this thing tonight. That is awesome. At Blade Show, I got a lot of good swag. I'm going to be doing another giveaway for you guys here really soon. So be looking out for that. I'm not getting any lock stick. Let's go ahead and do a couple comparisons for you. You know, I didn't look at the liner. Let's check out the liner while we're getting up and personal here. So yes, we are milled out. Let's check that out. So you can see we're milled out to get rid of some weight. You guys see that? Whoa. So we do have some nice milling in there. And the liners are totally recessed. They're inset, which is very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see how wide this looks compared to a couple knives. I'll get a couple common ones. Here's the Civivi riffle. So you can see it's pretty darn close. The riffle's actually a little bit wider. And what's another one here? Here is the Mannix 2, which is considerably chunkier. Definitely a lot chunkier. And I'll just go through a couple more that I'm going to give you some comparisons with. Here's the Pilar 3, which is also wider. So you've got a nice thin profile, which is really nice. So I'll show you what it looks like next to these knives to give you an idea size-wise of what you're looking at if you get this knife. Okay, well, I'm just going to run through these for you. Here's the Spyderco Mannix 2. And I'm going to get this so I can get them up close. That way you have a good idea of what you're looking at. So there's the Mannix 2. And here is Spyderco Tenacious. And here is Civivi Riffle. You can see the riffle is considerably larger, a little deeper. And here's one I suspected was going to be pretty close. Here's the Boker Leviathan, which has a kind of similar blade shape except for the flat bottom. It has that has a very similar what's the word I'm looking for? Very similar finish there. Here's the Kaiser Horn and the CRKT Pilar 3. So you can see these. Now we're getting in the close range. And the Spyderco Pair 3, that's a lot closer. Much closer. And a knife that's very popular that a lot of folks have would be QSP Penguin. A lot of people love the Penguin. And you're looking really close right there. So as far as ergos, let's see what I'm looking at here. I'm telling you what, your hand just grabs right a hold of it. It has the texture of the GRIVORY isn't overboard. It doesn't go overboard. You can see it's raised, but it's not sharp whatsoever. It does give you a really good purchase of the handle. And here's something nice. The jimping, a lot of knives, the jimping stops about right here. And when you want to choke up on them, your hand's just on the top of a slick spine of the knife. Whereas when you want to choke up on this, you do have a forward choil, which is really cool. You can really choke up. This is going to be a good utility knife. I really love this shape of knife. I mean, as far as clip points and drop points and all that, I don't always need something that's going to pierce. This is plenty for most of my everyday carry. Not to mention, I usually have at least 2 or 3 knives on me. Can't help it. but it has a really comfortable feel. I'm not getting any hot spots. Pushing down, you know, back here is where the knife's hitting you. I'm not getting anything. I was wondering if this shark fin would get me, but not at all. It doesn't affect whatsoever. I have a really good strong grip. I have a large size glove, and you can see have a nice grip on it. That is super nice. So I'm not, man, and the lockup, I mean, you pretty much, your lockup is 100%. You just can't get any better than that. So the aesthetics, it's a nice looking knife. I mean, if there's something that I have to gripe or pick on, I always am going to pick on the plastic. It's not too bad because it does have the milled out liners in there, which gives it a little more solid feel. It doesn't feel as plasticky, you know, as play schooly or something like you pulled out of a toy box. Of course, more expensive materials and more expensive knife, right? You get what you pay for the most part when it comes to knife. So my overall first impressions, the fit and finish are really nice. The action is unbelievable. I mean, can't help it. Give you a little sound vision. There's your acoustics. So you guys, this is going to be coming out pretty soon. I hope this was informative and gives you guys a really good picture of this knife. If you have any questions, I will, of course, answer them. I always do. Have a happy and relaxed rest of your day. And remember, don't cut yourself.